going.
Hey gang, Tony here. Wanted to just make a quick video to say happy autumnal equinox. Today is, in fact, the first day of autumn, September 22nd. Yes, at 4:04 precisely. That's when there will be equal day and night, or well, you know, that's when the autumnal equinox starts. Meaning equal day and night. Equa for equal, nox for night, if I remember correctly. It's not exactly equal. I think I was reading that there's maybe like 9 minutes difference or something like that. But anyway, so I'm here, and of course this is like obviously all through September, Halloween lovers are kind of getting into the spirit, and the stuff's happening, the pumpkin spice things are out there, and you go into the store and you're buying things like little Frankenstein monsters and all that kind of stuff. Yes, true. And hell, my futon looks like this all year round, so you know how I roll. But autumnal equinox is like an official kickoff for me in spirit, I guess. As much as I love to say, you know, Halloween's every day and I celebrate all year and all that kind of stuff, I don't really feel it until hopefully starting around now. Sometimes it takes me a little longer, depends on like how much work I have and how much I can really get into it and things like that. But, I mean, you guys know, like, even if you celebrate Christmas in July, you don't really feel Christmassy until you're right around Christmas time. So the same is true for me for autumn and Halloween. You know, I don't really get into the fall spirit until it's actually fall, until the leaves start changing, until pumpkins start appearing, until I can really, like, get into it. So today is the big day. I have a few things planned. I don't know if you guys remember last year I put out the Halloween calendars. One was for September, one was for October. I didn't have time to do that this year. You guys know I got my little promotion, so I have had a lot less time for the stuff that I like to do for the channel and for my shop and things. But if you want to check out those calendars, even though the dates are a little different, I've always said that they're really just there for inspiration, so you can check out the different activities that you could that I wrote down, see what you want to maybe build your own autumnal equinox party from those suggestions. As for me, the plan today, I was going to go see It. I'm not going to go see It. Not that I don't want to, it's just the day is short already. And I don't really have the time or inclination to go out and do that. So instead, I'm going to start off the day, I'm going to bake a pumpkin pie to get it ready for later. I got some pumpkin ales and things. I'm going to go over to my brother's house, hang out with him and his wife, Jen. We're going to do a bonfire. My parents might come along too, actually. Do a little familial kind of thing. And we're going to do bonfire. Don't know what we're eating for dinner yet, but hopefully it's going to be some kind of like harvesty sort of feel to it. I like to sometimes do, I don't know if you guys know about like the campfire food packet kind of things. Basically you take like aluminum foil and then you chop up a bunch of different vegetables. If you want to put meat in, you can put meat. And basically you just dump it all into the foil with some oil and seasonings and things and wrap it up, and then you put it in the coals of the fire. You just leave it there for a while, and you take it out, and it's all steamed and cooked and delicious, and everything kind of intermingles. It's a nice kind of autumnal dinner, I think. So we might do something like that. We got some marshmallows and things for s'mores. Yes, I call it s'more with the s'more. I don't know why I gotta do it. I gotta do it. And leading up to all that, I'm going to kind of go around my place and start pulling. I like to pull the movies that I'm going to watch for the entire season, specifically Halloween stuff, but there's certain movies, of course, that I prefer to watch this time of year, so I'm going to start pulling the movies. I have my little bookshelf section of the books that I like to read this time of year, stories and whatnot. I actually just finished reading the fourth book in the Dark Tower series, Wizard and Glass. So I'm kind of glad I finished that because I wanted to get to some of my more Halloween autumn things like Ray Bradbury's Halloween Tree or Something Wicked This Way Comes. I got those scary story books that I like to look at. And speaking of which, I have one thing to show you today. I already unboxed it, so this is not really an unboxing, but I had a $5 coupon on eBay, and I was having a lot of trouble figuring out what to get, and, you know, $5 covers shipping in most cases. There's not much out there. So I ended up getting a $5, it was actually $5, Halloween TV guide from 1998. It's not as old as I would have liked. I really wanted to get an 80s one. But, and also this is not the official week of Halloween. This is for October 17th through the 23rd. So that also kind of puts a little bit of a damper, because I sort of wanted to look on Halloween night and see, you know, what they were airing. But it was either that, get one that was the week of the 31st, or get one that had like a Halloween cover. Because this is, as you can see, it's the Halloween preview issue. They didn't have many options available in my price range, so I just went with this one. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to peruse that today probably, just take a look at it and see what kind of articles they had in there. It says that there's the 20 scariest movies ever, and all the spooky shows and specials. So it does have, I guess, a section that talks about the shows that are going to be on and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. They got Scream on the front page of the contents there. Remember TV Guides, you guys? Look at this thing. It smells like nostalgia. I guess TV Guides are kind of obsolete these days with cable boxes and streaming and all that stuff. Sort of sad. It's a relic from my childhood. Anyway, so I got that. You can check that out. I want to pull out the Great Pumpkin game that I got last year. I got the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown board game. I'm going to bring that along to my brothers. We'll play that, I guess. And I also want to do a little bit of decorating. I haven't really decorated outside of, obviously, in the room here. I have some bigger blow molds that I like to put outside, so I'm going to pull those out. I have, this is from a couple years ago. I mean, if you've been watching my, I somehow doubt anyone here has been watching my videos like nonstop for 2 years, but if you were to like maybe go back in my videos, you'd find a yard sale video where I found 4, and I don't even remember what they're called exactly, but they're kind of like the Spookyville Limax kind of thing, but they're not. They're some other brands. 2 of them are Universal Monsters houses, and 2 of them are Nightmare Before Christmas houses. Big houses that you plug in, they light up, they have little figures that you lay out. I want to do a layout this year. I think I'm going to do that today. Like make a, they have the Mabon, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's the, if you're pagan and you celebrate Autumnal Equinox, they also call it Mabon or Maven. I'm sorry, I know I'm mispronouncing most likely. But there's like this thing about the autumn altar. And I kind of want to do like a sort of an altar. I used to do the Halloween tree, because I had a little Halloween tree, but I gave that away to someone a while back. And Dinosaur Dracula does, I forget what he calls it. It's like the, what does he call it? It's essentially, it's like an altar for Halloween. It's the, man, I forget what he calls it. But, you know, same idea, I guess. So I'm going to do something like that. Get it started anyway today. And yeah, yes, coffee. Well, I ran out of memory on my camera. It just shut off as I was talking, so I guess I have to edit now. I really didn't want to spend time doing that today, but I suppose I will. Anyway, I was pretty much done too, so I just didn't want people to think that I was unaware that the video cut off. And there goes Luna playing with my plastic skeleton over there. So that's it. I am going to enjoy the day. I hope you guys have a great autumnal equinox. Have some stuff planned. Do something, even if it's just like an autumn hike. You know, go out, get out in the woods a little bit if you're near woods. If not, you know, maybe just take a walk, hit a store or two if that's what you like to do. You know, it's really up to you. There's so many great things you could do. I'll see if I could link to those old videos with the calendars and stuff if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. That way you could go check it out. And I don't know, maybe I'll do a flyby of some of my messy room for you guys as I'm closing out this video, since I don't know, it feels a little a little lackluster for some reason. Okay, guys. Breathe deep in the night. What happened, Luna? She was going after this right here. Let's see. Here's the Halloween stuff. Phone.